Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I'm crazy about perfumes. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my November perfume tray. November is the last month of spring here in Brisbane, Australia, and so far the first few days of November have been mild. We've been having mid 20 degrees Celsius maximum each day, and we've had a bit of rain for the past couple of days. November is when I would expect it to get hotter and more humid because we're coming to summer. The first perfume I want to talk about is Jo Malone's Rose Blush. This is perfect for me for the warmer days we'll have in November because it's really quite light and smells quite sweet, quite fresh. Jo Malone produces some beautiful scents, but they do tend to be in the cologne concentration, which doesn't last that long. So for this one, I would be using up to 10 sprays. I purchased Rose Blush in store at Myer. I've seen it available online at Mecca. I think it's retailing for $170 for 50 ml. Rose Blush is quite a new release. It was released either last year or this year, I suppose, depending on which country you're in. It has notes of lychee, basil, rose, and musk. And I really love the color of this label. It's a beautiful, sweet, pale pink. And today's nail color is Barbie Land by OPI. It's the Barbie OPI collaboration. And you can probably tell that I did it myself because it doesn't look that perfect. So let's give it a spray. Wow, just so stunning. It really is a good one. It is quite light and sweet, but it's got that slight savoriness brought about by the basil. Really quite stunning. I'm looking forward to wearing this when it gets in the mid 30 degrees. We haven't had too many days of that yet so far. I also really like Jo Malone's bottles. They've got this distinctive angular shape with this curved lid. Next we have Peony by Dolce & Gabbana. If you watched previous videos, I've mentioned that this is not my favorite. I had smelled it on a former co-worker and I went to try it for myself, but I didn't let it settle on my skin for too long before I bought it. And in the past I've said that I think I'm not compatible with patchouli, but now I'm wondering whether I'm not compatible with peony, because I saw, I think on another YouTuber's video in their comment section that someone mentioned peony went sour on their skin, and I've tried a few other perfumes with peony in their notes and I get the similar kind of brashy smell verging on becoming sour. So perhaps I've been vilifying patchouli this whole time, but it actually wasn't patchouli's fault. And given how I feel about peony, I think I've made a reasonable dent. That's probably because I've decided to make sure I do actually use it, and the initial spray is actually quite nice. So it's a shame that it somewhat quickly turns into that sour note. Dolce Peony is listed on Dolce & Gabbana's website. It's part of the Dolce range, which currently has 6 perfumes in that range. If you've tried any of the others in the Dolce range and there's one that you can recommend, please let me know in the comments. I'll be keen to try more of the Dolce range. And as far as I can tell, they all come in this bottle with the flower lid. So this is actually quite a lovely bottle with the bow there and this lovely lavender purple color. And I think this would be perfect for the days in November, which are in the mid-20s. I do like fragrances which are a little heavier on those days. So let's give it a spray. So I'm getting a sweetness, not so much of the freshness today. And yeah, the opening is quite lovely, but on my skin, it will very quickly turn a bit sour. I do like the projection of Dolce. This is the 50 ml Eau de Parfum, and I think that it is a true Eau de Parfum. I have had some which say they're Eau de Parfum but really feel more like colognes, so that's one good thing about this perfume. I purchased Dolce Peony in store at Meyer. Next we have Osmanthus by Acqua de Parma. Osmanthus is a big love of mine. Acqua de Parma is an Italian niche house. They've been around for about 100 years, I think. Osmanthus is part of their Signatures of the Sun range. They have other fragrances in that range like Camellia and Sakura. I'm not sure if they were focusing a bit more on the flowers predominantly from Asia maybe. The other two that I tried, Sakura and Camellia, they also came in this bottle, clear glass black top with this label with sort of a gold metallic lettering. I saw on the website they have bottles in solid black, so I'm not sure what the difference is for those. This is the 100 ml Eau de Parfum, and I purchased it from David Jones in Sydney. Osmanthus has some citrus notes, mandarin. It also has neroli, osmanthus, and patchouli. And to me, there is a solar note in Osmanthus, which I love very much. I've really enjoyed wearing this perfume, and for me, this would be for the mid-20s days because it is a heavier perfume. I would wear it towards the high 20 or the 30 degrees. It would for me be a bit too much for those temperatures. Let's give it a spray. Woof. Stunning. So there is that citrusy, zingy, sparkly quality to it, but on me it very quickly turns into this lovely sweet, warm, maybe even creamy scent. And I think that's what I love. There's like a creamy, sweet, rich quality to Osmanthus, and it really reminds me of the sunshine when I wear this. So they did a really good job for their perfume in Signatures of the Sun range. It really meets the brief, I suppose. Acqua de Parma also has a distinctive bottle. They pretty much come in this style, and I've seen blue bottles and also one which has more of a gold yellow color scheme. Definitely loving this one so much. And here is the biggest love of the moment, Guerlain's Neroli Outrenoir. This is from the L'Art and La Matière range. I purchased this during a recent stopover in Singapore from the Guerlain boutique. This is a customized bottle. I'll go through that process in more detail in a video where I specifically for Guerlain boutique. And I'm so happy with this fragrance. I had it on my radar since about May when I tried it in David Jones Melbourne. It's not available in Brisbane, and there is no boutique, Guerlain boutique in Australia. The staff at the Singapore boutique said there were plans to open one in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, but they were not aware of any plans to open one in Australia. This bottle is also refillable, although it's 100 ml, so it might take me a while to get through it, given how many perfumes I have at the moment. Outrenoir means beyond black. So Neroli Beyond Black is what this perfume name means. This is a smoked tea neroli fragrance. I can definitely smell the tea. In fact, that's probably one of the first notes that I smell. And then I get this little bit of creaminess. When I tried it in Melbourne, I had that creaminess for most of the wear of the perfume. But with this bottle, I'm getting more of this citrusiness. So it's presenting a little lighter than what I recall of trying it in Melbourne. I love it so much that I wore it for about a week straight, which rarely happens, that I would wear the same fragrance for a week, but I wore it for going out, for going to bed. It really is spectacular. This is a 100 ml eau de parfum, but for me it performs a little lighter. It's probably somewhere in between an eau de toilette and an eau de parfum. So I'm not getting a very strong projection, and it doesn't last too long on me, or not that I can smell it. And I don't know if you can see, maybe it's a little bit smudged, but my name, oh there it is, my name and a B. So that's pretty cool. Let's give it a spray. Ooh, I'm smelling a bit of tea. That's probably because it's smoked tea, and then now the sweetness is coming through. Stunning. It's incredible. I was so happy that I was able to find this fragrance, and such a stunning bottle too. It really is something I could have for life, but I do keep all my perfume bottles forever, so I noticed that Guerlain has released a subline of L'Art and La Moitié. It's called La Astrate's Signature. I probably butchered the pronunciation. And from what I could see on the website, the perfumes focus on one note. So there's an iris, a vanilla, a rose. I think there's about 6 in total. And in a way, while it's a little inconvenient that there is no Guerlain boutique in Brisbane and this fragrance is not sold in the David Jones here, it's also really good because I really love this kind of thing where they focus on one note and there's a story behind the use of that note, and it also has a very pretty price tag and a gorgeous bottle. So I guess it's good for my bank account that I will not be able to buy it in the near future, as I will not be traveling at least until 2025. And the last perfume on my November tray is the Body Shop's Strawberry Body Mist. I always have a body mist from the Body Shop for the summer months. They tend to smell nice and are good value. I'll probably spend about $25 on this one. It's a 100 ml. So initially I thought I would be getting a strawberry jam sort of smell, but this is more like the strawberry fruit. There's a little bit of tartness in there, so I think it makes it quite fresh for our hot summer months here in Brisbane. So this is an older purchase. The current Body Shop body mist packaging is not like this. Let's give it a spray. Yes, a little bit of fruity, kind of rounded out by like a little sprinkle of sourness. It's kind of like biting into the fruit. Not all of the fruits are sweet. So this is another one I would probably use up to 10 sprays when I'm wearing it. It doesn't last long at all, but it's perfect for when it's scorching hot. The Body Shop has been a regular place of mine to buy fragrances. They produce quite lovely smelling scents at a very low price point to me. To me, $20 is quite low for a perfume, and that's really awesome. And I really look forward to my annual body mist purchase from them. And here they are all together, my November perfume tray. Looking quite lovely, but this is the big love of the moment. Really love this one, Neroli Outrenoir. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here. I'm hoping to reach the 500 subscriber milestone sometime soon, because I believe getting to 500 unlocks some of the features which I currently don't have on YouTube, and it'd be wonderful to be able to have more options to interact with you all. I appreciate so much all the comments, all the interactions with you. Really appreciate that we are building a community here on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!